Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to this this month's, what do you call this? I don't know, kind of a vlog thing. Okay, so how is it coming? Acid and Steel looks pretty good. Most of the stuff that I've got here is actually done. This bit isn't, because I want to write it when I'm writing lores. But everything else here is essentially done. Like, all the pre-writing on these guys is done. The different demons have their intros here. So that's all done. This is done, although I might move some of the rules text into here. It's currently in the Kung Fu. These are done. I might do another draft of these. I didn't really know what sequence to work on first. Like, I didn't know how to sequence this work. So I've got the different brands of the different Ashura before I have their powers and all their personalities done. So I've got what I think will work. For the most part, these have been helping to focus the powers, so these should work okay. I might do a version 2 of that. This needs to get fleshed out. But aside from that, Ravana, done. Completely written. Yama, done. All of his powers are completed. I even got a little bit of extra over here. Alright. Vritra, aside from his very last power, he's done. So all that, done. Shuten Doji, done. Completed. Shambara, I'm actually doing pre-writing on him, but he's my very last one to do. Yamano no Orochi, done. Even his superpowered guy. Look at all it's done. Chang-Chi, done. How is Smoke Bomb not a word? Sorry, that bothered me. But yes. Done, 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 done. Boom. And then I actually have the pre-writing on the Demon Bestiary here. It's all the different names of the different demons. And a little bit of that's the information that's already on them earlier in the book. I'm going to rewrite this a little bit. And I think, yeah, got one of these bad boys there too. This is a template that's going to be after each one of these, and it's going to have their stats in there. So there's the pre-writing on the Bestiary. So that should be a real quick write. There's 2 more elements to Acid I need to write in addition to Shambara and Demons. I need to do the lores, which is going to require me to fill out that little bit on the different areas. And I would like to do an intro adventure for them. Just, you know, how do you introduce these into the campaign? I might just make it so that the different lores have the different how do you insert this in the campaign thing. And so theoretically there'll be 7 lores, 1 for each of the Ashura, and each one will have like an inroad to the game. So I might do it that way instead. But it would be really fun to write like an intro adventure like Blood for God's Eye, but for introducing all the Naraka stuff into your game. So that would be fun. So that's it, and then Acid is actually completed. I'm a little crapped out on that today. I'm doing pre-writing for Shambara, but I spent this whole week writing on that, so I am pooped on that one. Steel. I rewrote the actual elements of this so that it reflects what's actually going to be in here a little bit. So, you'll note I've got some empty pages there. But yeah, so Steel, I've got the intro to the setting. I've got the artificial heroes, which are actually completed. I didn't realize I'd completely finished them, but they are actually done. And then I've got the very beginnings of the different augmentations. Military is the first one. I've got all but 2 of those done, so that's done. And then there's 4 paradigms total. There's military, there's authoritarian, utopian, and radical, and each of them has like human scale stuff, giant robot scale stuff, vehicle scale stuff whenever you turn into a transformer, and then city scale stuff whenever you settle down and become a city. Notice that there's not much on the city scale stuff. There's a few things. They're going to have the turn into landscape powers very similarly to the way the Ashura have them, so I've already kind of got that concept space more or less explored. We're going to change it a little bit for the city, and there's a lot of empty space here. But what that's going to be filled with, once I've got these guys done, is the 3 lores for the 3 great nations, So we're going to have those. I would really like to have an armory of cool clockwork stuff. I don't think there's enough, like, steampunk gear and vehicles and what have you to actually, like, fill out. There's a little bit, but, like, I really want this to be a very alien world, you know? I want more steampunky stuff, and I want more stuff you can use directly to, like, make this giant, like, Blame-esque, you know, Naissance world come to life. So some of that's going to be in lore, some of that's going to be in the bestiary, the robot bestiary, but a pretty good amount of it, I think, is going to be like an armory. So I need that. The Bactaraband Kala. So there are Kung Fu fighting cyber arcs, actual styles that are meant to be used with the robotic enhancements. I've got 3 of them, one for each of the Great Nations right now. They don't actually go all the way to Supreme techniques. They crap out at Master. So they're a little bit fatter in the bottom to compensate for that. And I haven't designed them yet. I just haven't gotten to that point where I'm thinking about them. But I know I want at least 3 of those. And I would really like to write this one, Rats to a Sinking Ship, where the world of Ashes and Ghosts invades Babil Kaminar, and like that's like the reverse of the Locust Crusade, where all the setting comes knocking at the door of the robot place because they actually have resources. That'd be a fun reversal, I think. And so there's quite a bit of writing still to do in Steel, but the acid part is almost done. It's really, really, really close. I gotta finish up Shambara, finish the very last power for Vritra. Once that's done, and I wanted to make sure I was showing you just how close I was. Once that's done, we are going to start doing some Foundry stuff. I've got Foundry here, as you can see. This Friday and every subsequent Friday, I'm going to be doing an open playtest. It's going to be at, was it 7 o'clock? I think I made it for 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. on Fridays. And that's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is the time I'm ahead of that by a bit. Ooh, I don't remember my password here. There's not currently a game on this server. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, I might not know how to use Foundry very well, but yeah. So basically, I got showed how to use Foundry. I'm gonna see if it's this. Is this it? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. But yeah, there's good old Test Junior. Oh, that's nice. Join game session as the game master. I don't really think I need a password for this one. But yeah, no, I got shown how to do Foundry, and so as you can see here, I've got game pause. I've got all this cool stuff. Like you can roll dice, and you can add people and NPCs. There's all kinds of nifty stuff you can do. You can make maps, which I likely fight. Yeah, that sounds likely. So yes, there's lots of little things you can do. The great thing about Foundry, oh, it's Stumpy, one of the characters that I made. Look at that. That's Stumpy. But yeah, so as you can see, you've got like little powers and things like that you can do. This is all actually provided by me as the host. So you guys just have to log on. It's server-based for you. Just log on to Foundry, and you can just join this game. I'm going to be hosting it, so you don't have to worry about downloading anything. You don't have to worry about buying anything. It's free for you. If you want to jump in and help me test Acid and Steel, and also just generally test the Kung Fu powers. My idea is that I'm going to do 1 to 3 combats per test, probably try to shoot for 1 to 2 hours, and it's not going to be like a campaign. It's going to be testing, so it's going to be fights. There'll be a little bit of story just to kind of make it go down a little easier, but for the most part, we're going to be like punching and kicking. And my hope is that we can test different degree levels. So you'll be like, make degree 1 characters, make degree 2 characters, or I'll just have some that you can just use. Actually, I should make some pre-gens for this. That's a good idea. And then, yeah, you can just jump in and you can just play, and you can just play test. And, just at the end of the session, tap me up some very general notes. This felt strong, this felt weak. I didn't feel like I could do something here. This power was too limited, blah, 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 blah. Any notes will be extremely useful for feedback, because I've got to, once the primary writing is done with this, like, you know how game design is. Once the primary writing is done, and we've tested it for a while, then I've got to do like any errata, any feedback that was really like strong has got to go in. So I've got to like nip and tuck and clarify. So there's a rewriting phase, a tech edit phase. Then I take that raw text, and as you can see, it's actually kind of in a layout right now. This is like a layout to give myself an idea of what it's going to look like in the actual book. So I'm going to send a document like this, an editable document, to my editor and be like, okay, oh, oops, didn't mean to do that, but whatever. I'm going to send it to my editor and be like, okay, look, read through this and fix my spelling errors and anything that's really awkward or unclear, you know, give me feedback, fix it up for me. And then once he's done doing his actual edit of the text, I'll take his edited document and I will do actual layout, and at that point I can commission art. And then once the art is in the layout, then there's a PDF optimization where I want to make sure I've got all the different... And actually I've got, let me see, I've actually got the PDF right here for Lone Wolfist. All this needs to get done, where I've got these all optimized. It's really important. And I really want to add, like, there's a way to add tabs to these too. Like there's these which are nice, but there's better layouts than this one. But all of this requires, you know, some effort. And then I'm going to do print optimization as well as that. And print optimization is to get rid of any weird artifacts, to make sure it looks good whenever it's a physical thing. And once that's done, the actual print on demand can get printed. So I've actually got the steps of the process. Unfortunately, I have a day job and kids and like a life. And so this, and I have a limited capacity to make elf games, I've noted. Even going as hard as I can, focusing as much as I can, dedicating as much of my time as I can to it, I really can't do more than about one Ashura a week, which is to say like one power set or one part of a chapter, you know, like, so even if I could do this for a living, I just have an upward limit, like period dot. There's only so much blood I can squeeze from the stone. It's just how it is, I'm afraid. I've been doing a little bit of streaming. I've been getting into an experimental point with this this whole enterprise. I've got, actually, let me show you guys the
I didn't think there was a way to make it better, but I think I found it.
Hey, Alex. That's beautiful. Just hearing it echo is great. My kids are amazing, for the record. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys this too. I've got a website now. So this is the actual website, 5improvesgames.com. It's got connected to all the stuff, so like if you want to go to my Twitter from there, you can see my little Twitter here. Go to the Discord. Oh, the Discord link's not working. The YouTube channel, the Patreon. You can buy stuff directly from here, which is really cool. I think that's Nifty Keen Torpedo. I have a forum now, which I am adding stuff to. There's a little tell us about your games thread. This is a spoiler thread. I'm the one viewing it, I think. Although I think I need to add a couple more spoilers there. But yeah, so even if you're not a patron and you want to come on by and not just participate in the community like you can on the Discord, but, oh, hey Brendan. But in addition to that, leave something that other people that are outside of the community can see and then use as like a point to get a little more involved with stuff, find games, learn stuff about how to run, that sort of thing. This is a great place for that. Like, that's kind of what this place is for. Occasionally I'm also going to, here we go, update with some news. Wow, that needs to, that font needs to get fixed. Well, that's a good note. So that you have a reason to come here and check some stuff out. Oh, goodness. I'm still getting this completely, up to par. I just got all the Russian spam bots pushed out. I was a little intimidated about that one. That's that's wonderful. That's not working at all. Okay, I'm gonna have to give my website designer a little jingle and be like, hey, I have feedback. But yeah, so there's going to be reasons to come here and check stuff out. Um, do, 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 do. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that's there's a lot going on, folks. It's an exciting time to enjoy Fist games. Come by on Fridays if you want to do playtesting. Go to the forum, post something. Post some resources up there. Get involved with your fellow knuckleheads. You know, Jump on, have fun. I'm trying to make a more accommodating set of community stuff for everybody because we actually have a pretty good amount of people jumping on and getting the game, getting hardcovers. There's scuttlebutt about it online, which is kind of new for me. So this is really good. And one of the things that benefited things like Legends of the Wulin and Exalted was having a really strong online presence of intelligent, opinionated people that were consistently talking about it, and not just talking about it, but adding value to the hobby of playing those games. If you really wanted to play Legends of the Wulin back in the day, you could go online and there were whole forums filled with enthusiastic people making kung fu styles, talking about their campaigns, making lore sheets, and it was the same thing with Exalted. People were making power sets, people were making artifacts, people were making adventures, monsters. They were advancing the combat system. Some of the most brilliant innovations on how combat could function came out of Exalted forums. So this is a really good time to start flexing your muscles and show people, show your fellow fans what you're made of. And if we all put something into the pot, we all get something out of it, which is really, really great. So yeah, I'm trying to make all this stuff really easy to jump onto for you guys. The playtest is going to be open and free, so come on by if you want to. The teasers and all that for this are going to be free. The actual game's going to be Kickstarted or print on demand or PDF. Discord, of course, is always free. So, join the forums is free. Go to Discord is free. Come and play with us every single Friday, 7 Central. It's free. I want to hang out with you. I'm making a little chunk of my life specifically dedicated to my Fist games, and you're going to consistently get new stuff. So if you're enjoying the games, if you have play reports you want to talk about, anything, come on down. Come on down. It's open season. We're getting real nice and open now. Anyway, Jesus, how long have I been blathering on here? Almost 20 minutes. That should be good. Anyway, that's it for the little Patreon update. I'm going to do a little more streaming. I'm going to try to do streaming in addition to all this stuff on weekends. Weekends are going to be a good time for that kind of thing. So streaming, forums, Discord, Twitter, new stuff, patron stuff. Hooray. The 1,000 Fist March begins. All right, folks. Thanks for listening to me, and I will see you guys next month.